Hello everyone, welcome back for more Let's Play Control. Joining me is LadyMage.
No goofy thing this time, I apologize.
So, we were in the astral plane when we left off. However, I got curious about a thing we were figuring out.
Director?
And looked up a thing. And technically this has nothing to do with the thing I looked up, but it is a side quest.
What are you doing down here, Emily? What do you mean? You called me down, remember?
I'm pretty sure I didn't.
No, that's right. You didn't. But then, I remember you needing me to come here. I mean, you even told me how to get in. Let's just chalk it up to synchronicity so we can get to work.
She takes everything in stride.
The board called me down here to deal with the situation. The astral plane is...
Colliding with our world, I know. Isn't it fascinating? I never even considered that the astral plane could be a physical volume expanding beyond its dimensional container. The bleed is localized to this area, but its growth rate seems steady. Given time, it will consume the entire Bureau, and possibly beyond.
That's what I'm here to stop. The board told me to fix the nail over there by dismantling 4 locks in the astral plane. Funny, I think it's put itself back together a bit.
So that could be due to the law of inverse exchange. For every associated component you remove, this nail reconstructs. Or possibly some variation of anti-sympathy. Don't worry, I'll look into it. Did you notice all the Bureau infrastructure? It looks like there was a research team stationed down here at some point. Do you think Darling knew about this?
I'd put money on it. That reminds me, have you seen Marshall? She contacted me over the hotline, but then I saw her walking around.
I haven't seen her. The hotline only connects to extraplanar entities. Or dead people. But Marshall's proved time and time again that she's a survivor.
That's exactly what I thought.
Anyway, I've been looking into the minerals growing down here. Have you noticed how they insist on maintaining a certain form? Maybe some sort of a state memory, or they consciously prefer a certain shape?
I think we're on a clock here, Emily. I need to stop the astral bleeding before it brings the oldest house down. See what you can find out from the nail in the meantime. And send out some rangers to look for Marshall. She may be in trouble.
Will do, Jessie. If you see anything interesting, remember to take detailed notes.
So, those ID cards we were finding, that's for this quest that we just opened.
Jessie, you're back. So did you find anything noteworthy? The original Bureau expedition down here left so much interesting stuff behind.
Like their ID cards. I picked up a weird one. It's pretty old.
Oh wow, look at that. Yeah, I found a few ID cards myself. Or, more accurately, the Rangers found them for me.
Are you starting a collection?
I'm going for the whole set. I kid, of course. But I suppose they are sort of like baseball cards, except for Bureau stuff from the 60s. Hey, the one you found is different than mine. It looks like it's a higher clearance level.
A rare one, then. Want to keep it, Emily?
Yeah, I absolutely do. But I think you should hang on to it for now. High clearance access might come in handy.
Sounds like you have something in mind.
Guilty. See, I've been going through Dr. Ash's notes, or the ones I can find, anyway. Like Darling, he seemed to enjoy hiding his most relevant research. From what I gather, there is another floor beneath the warehouse with a special lab that requires 5 high-level staff members just to access. Here, take this. It's an old skeleton key. Something else the Rangers found. I give them $5 for every useful trinket they bring me.
I'm gonna assume this key is my ticket to that lower floor. And that super secret lab you mentioned.
Bingo bango, as Dr. Darling used to say. Well, keep your
Super
eyes peeled for more
secret
ID cards
lab.
and if Ash's notes are reliable, and I'm sure they are, then 5 is the magic number.
Again, can I just say I think Emily is just purebred adorable
Okay, I'm
in a
missing
mad
one
sense.
ID card. Which means I need to go back to the warehouse.
Don't be a stranger.
But yeah, there's like one more ID card to find, I think.
Wow, we've
I'm
actually
not
been doing this quest quite well by accident.
Yeah, I'm just not completely sure where it is.
I kind of like the nerdy joke about them being like collectibles and a rare one, and because I used to do Magic the Gathering, so that kind of thing I kind of appreciate.
Okay, let's see. Where else could these cards be hiding? They really did not have great sleeping accommodations for this area.
Why
18
am I
people
not so...
squeezed into a little area.
That had to suck.
Oh, there it is.
This ID card was for an excavation engineer. Why did so many people abandon their cards down here? From the layer of dust on this place, nobody's swept here in years. Not even Ati. No way he'd stand for this. There's an elevator, which I'm sure is super safe, in a space in each terminal for an ID card. But which card goes where?
That is a good question. It's a very good question because I don't see any indication. Maybe I just have to go by context clues. This person has weapons, so some type of head of security thing? Yeah, we'll go with that. What do you got? You got books, Newton's cradle, typewriter. Not sure. What do you have on your desk? Yeah, from context clues, I can't tell anything about you. You got a bunch of lamps. So you are probably, I'm gonna guess excavation engineer. I mean, I don't see any other clues there. The person who's got signs, I guess, gets to be the cartographer.
That would make the most sense.
A physicist would probably have instruments or something. For physics. It worked. Now I just have to get on a rickety elevator that goes who knows how far down.
other side. Okay. I hope the lights still work. Good, they do.
Still, this lab's way tidier than any of Darling's.
So we need to find Dr. Ash's notes, huh?
Yeah.
Wonder if we just turned on the water for that faucet up there.
I was gonna say, I think Dr. Ash might actually be Ash. Because something
by now,
happened
probably.
to him. Yeah. Something happened to him. Because yeah, they wouldn't abandoned.
Well, if you remember, Northmore told them all to evacuate the Foundation to get into the upper areas. And Ash said he didn't want to.
Why would they need such a heavy door down here?
We're gonna find out, aren't we?
I'm sorry, that's funny. We have a friend. God damn it, we had a friend.
Laser-bearing enemies. Apparently I can't pick the black chunk up there.
That sucks.
This looks like the nail, only mini. A document.
Me!
Is this in some kind of code? I can't read a word of it. I should take this back to Emily and tell her I got into Ash's secret lab.
Tiny nail. Tiny!
So there wasn't much down here, really. And back to the crossroads with our prize. Maybe this will give Emily something to do.
Director?
I found Ash's secret lab. Excellent. Please tell me everything. Spare no details.
Well, there was another cave. The walls were covered in paintings of eyeballs. The research seemed dedicated to studying a kinda smaller version of the nail. It looked like the same material as the one up here, but just a different shape.
Well, are you sure you didn't see any functioning prototypes? Or at least some schematics? I mean, Dr. Ash was a very accomplished engineer.
None. Sorry. I did find this handwritten note.
Wow. Ash had terrible handwriting. Never meet your heroes, right? That looks like a transcribed conversation between Ash and someone named F. Ooh. Oh, this is juicy. This'll take me days to parse out. Maybe weeks.
Have you ever thought about taking a vacation, Emily?
Are you kidding? This is my vacation, Jesse.
Fair enough. Okay, so...
This is why I think Emily is adorable. She's such a dork!
We've got your back, Director.
That turned in. You go back to the
So I don't-
warehouse for a second here.
Don't mind me.
Because if what I have read is not wrong... Yeah, we can turn on the shower in here, get assaulted by thugs, and grab a cat.
That fucking happened! Stop wasting water!
You know, game, I'm trying to do something completely unrelated to what you're dealing with here. And as far as I know, that's only the third one I found, and there are 5 more.
We're on a cat hunt, folks.
We are on a cat hunt. Exactly.
I'm sorry. The fact that one dude just zoomed up to you.
He was very rude about it, yes. Let's see if I can find the beginning of this. Which should be over here. I have no idea what they're doing.
Are they having fun? Is the what?
I don't know. They might be having fun.
When his get bored, apparently.
I have no idea what they're doing.
Well, it's not like the hits make sense when you talk to them, so we can't really, like, say, "Hey, what are you doing?" What the flip are they doing?
I mean, they were captured. I'd seized them, so they were just kind of doing their own thing. But...
Hiss make no damn sense.
No, they don't. Okay.
Like, not even like, oh, it's a little further than.
So,
It's beyond our human.
really, are we going to do this again? Just before I was about to say something.
Rude!
So this little brick, this little tied off thing, has a bunch of cat paw prints in it.
Yeah, it's an archaeological thing, it looks like, only the cats decided to get into it and play.
Yeah. So basically, there's a thing you have to do here. We have black cubes. There are a bunch of these black cubes scattered around. The trick is to find them. And then you've got to come back and put the cubes where the cat paw prints are.
Okay.
Now the trick is finding all these things. I mean, I don't think they have to be perfectly exact, lined up or anything, but they do need to be inside the square.
So we're putting something onto an archaeological dig.
Yep.
Because that's what that is. That is a thing squared off archaeological dig. Because, yeah, this was a dig site.
Just whatever's going on, I wish it would stop so I can do what I was wanting to do in the first place.
I hate these super happy fun balls of taunted.
Okay, so the cube's reset since I was so far. Right now, I should be able, from this vantage point,
To see them all.
to get any of the ones that are up here. Like that one.
Yay! At least they're not breakable. Oh.
For
Cool.
some reason, there's a control point all the way up here.
Hello, Polaris. Thank you.
Oh, there's a ranger station. Okay. I'm guessing that they're not going to be too deep into these caves. Okay, now that I think I've gotten all the ones from up here.
This is probably the cutest quest in this game.
Slightly aggravating, but okay, I guess.
It's cats, Sarat. You know damn well cats are the best pet. Also, it's the internet. We have to say it's the cutest quest because of the cats.
I don't think that's actually how it works.
Either way!
Okay, I need one more. Aha. And now we have a black Maneki-Neko.
Cute! I've been meaning to get a Maneki-Neko for the house just because I like them.
Okay. So that is, I believe I've got half of the Maneki-Nekos now.
Well, if you said you found 3 and then said there were 5 more before, and now you say
I
that
found
means there were 8.
2. I found 2 just doing earlier stuff.
Yeah,
I
because I was
found
there
a
for
third one in the warehouse and a 4th one right there.
Yeah, so yeah, half. Because supposedly there are 8 Maneki-Nekos. Yeah.
Yep. So, I'm going to go ahead and call this a video here, because I've got editing to do on it, so I can cut out most of that cave trick we went through. When we return, we begin the hunt for more Maneki-Nekos. Because there are 4 of them. And I think we have to wait to get the very last one, but it'll be in the area we've got to go to next for story reasons. But I want to get all the rest of them before then. Just so when we get it, we're done with the quest. So anyway, when we return...
Until next time, guys.
Yep. We return more Maneki-Nekos, so until then, take care, everyone.